My name is Ralph Spargo. My family came here on my mother's side in around 1913. On my dad's side, they came in around 1920. Both of them came here for one reason at different times, and that was the Standard Oil. My grandfather came here on my mom's side in 1913. He was one of the first employees when they were building the refinery. He was a carpenter, and he helped build a lot of the refinery operations and stuff as they were starting the refinery. My mom was in kindergarten here at Richmond Street, and my other grandfather came here about 1920. He was a machinist. He moved here from Kentucky because they heard about how good it was in California and working for a company like Standard Oil. My uncle worked for Standard Oil. My grandfather, both grandfathers worked for Standard Oil. My dad, my mom for a period of time. And I actually worked for Standard Oil during the summers, actually for PEMCO, Petroleum Maintenance Company, doing all the work that nobody else wanted to do. Climbing down into tanks, getting dirty, getting sloppy, but getting paid pretty darn good. I remember the whistle blowing at 7:30 in the morning, 4:15 in the afternoon. That's why we didn't need any clocks, because we knew what time it was based upon the Standard Oil whistle. This was a company town. It was basically driven and run and supported by Standard Oil. I mean, I think the high school is here because of Standard Oil. The community is here because of Standard Oil in those early years, and I really think it was probably the most important thing. It is the reason El Segundo is here. El Segundo, I will say, probably one of the best sports towns around. My cousin, Jack, was on the '52 Olympic team. He played water polo here. Baseball players, professional sports, all the professional sports were represented by El Segundo. Candlestick Park was a typical baseball field. It looked out over the ocean and the Hyperion. And one of my favorite memories there is batting down brown suds that used to blow over the field. And today it would probably be poisonous, but back then they were just kind of fun to hit. The 50s were really driven by Little League for a lot of us. The 60s, it became basketball was everything. Rec park was everything. We'd dribble down to the park, play basketball down there, meet friends, have games. That was our hangout. But I will say, I think our 1963 CIF basketball team could probably beat the one they've got today. Not because they're bad, but because we were pretty darn good. And there's a few of us that are pretty proud of that time in our lives, and probably still lives on to this day. I've always said, what's the most important part about a community? And I think El Segundo does this. You have to retain both your wisdom and your youth. Between those two things, that is what will keep a community going.